Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Roswell, New Mexico, Season 2, Episode 4, What If God Was One of Us? And I managed to not sing that title because now that song is just in my head. I love this show, as you know. I managed to watch the Michael Glamis and Tyler Blackman on Tyler Blackman's Instagram live last night, and it genuinely made my day, and this quarantine so much brighter. And now I have an episode to make this day brighter and also probably cause me intense amounts of pain. So yeah, I'm very excited for this episode. I think this is the episode where we meet Forrest, who I believe is going to be Alex's new love interest. I don't know anything else about him beyond that, and yeah, I am excited to just keep going with this show and these characters that mean the world to me. So yeah, let's go. So what happened to her?
I don't know what I'm saying, but
All the childs.
You're watching. To finish my huevos rancheros.
They finally grew.
Also, the kid knew everything about it. That's nice. Alien magic powers.
I let them stay, okay?
Who is this kid? He seems great. I'm just so intrigued by this plot line. I need to know everything about it. What happened in the past?
Max was able to reach
Oh, like a family breakfast.
I figured that after 2 hours with the ultrasound in Kieran's chest.
Why couldn't we see that?
I really hope you understand the sacrifices I'm making here. But between two, a groundbreaking achievement no one can ever know about.
No, I'll steal it. I just want you to aid and abet.
just a little aiding and abetting, Kyle. I love them so much.
Cool.
Their friendship is lovely. Oh, Rosa.
She popped up around town since her and Maria started talking, so slamming
That's
doors
so
and
lovely.
angry alt rocker almost charming.
Isabel.
Wait, I thought only Michael could link. No thanks. How are you feeling about
Okay, I'm really enjoying that they're now closer.
Lazarus,
Rosa.
dead bod, maybe with might even another resurrection.
Oh my god.
Rosa,
I need this to happen.
Miracle. His health is dubious at best. If my dad saw Rosa, he would have a heart attack.
Oh my god, oh
You're
my god, oh my
doing everything you
god.
can to reunite my family.
Literally,
Please try to reunite yours.
it's only episode 4, people. Don't do this to me. Don't tell Rosa until you know it's gonna happen. Please happen.
Despite all odds, that there was more to your father's death than cancer.
Totally
I was wrong about that.
ridiculous thing that I had theory.
There's no greater meaning.
Words are hard.
No.
A wild Michael Garian finally emerges from his weeks-long hibernation in the lab in the light.
Turns out I don't have many friends.
I reached out to Maria
Friends.
after Liz told me that
Oh my
Rose
god, I
spilled
love them
beans.
so much.
I got a text back. Do you think that Mimi DeLuca could have been?
Please don't say abducted.
Oh my god, I love them teaming up.
Farming at the Long Farm in the 40s, when every other farm was struggling.
So
the
that little
Long
boy
was
is a
record
Long
breaking
ancestor.
crops. Whole place burned down.
Oh my
Or caught on fire.
goodness.
Well, the paper.
Please
called
say
it
that guy
an active
didn't
job.
die. They're standing so close together. I should not be focusing on that right now. Okay,
You
White
do
Long.
realize you can't possibly shoot both of us with that thing.
I think logic is the best defense against a bugged redneck.
Are
No.
there terms to probation?
Is
when it
he
comes to
descended
weapons?
from aliens?
Okay, let's go. You seem busy anyway.
I love this so much. Their beautiful teamwork.
Did I just wake up in a YA novel?
Yes, quite
With our
literally.
history, you can fill a whole series.
Very
I
literally.
don't know. You're free to just move on.
But to someone that has better views on universal healthcare. I did not warm to her in the first episode with that bloody healthcare opinions, so... Oh, my favourite person. And someone I do actually like.
Dreaming of your
Isabel!
Realize social media was so dangerous.
Sure.
Those changes a part of life. First
I
America,
love that true. I
two-spirited
just...
Niñas, and now hashtag Slalien.
Every little change could be a full personal miracle. That's what I always say.
I've already got my miracle. My girls. That's why I need to get this diner back on its feet. So Liz can stop worrying about her dad and find her own dream.
Oh. I can't cope with how much I love all of these characters.
And what's your dream?
For forgiveness.
Show me.
Esto es por culpa de ese muchacho. Federico, did that fool give you drugs? I'll kill him!
You're hurting me. That's child abuse.
Everything I do to hold you up. And you see it as abuse. I don't know what to do anymore.
No.
Tell me the truth!
It was Mom. She's either too high to notice that they're missing, or she knows and she doesn't care.
You're lying to me. I don't know how to help you.
Oh, sweetheart, she was telling you the truth, but that's what he knows
Stop
now.
trying.
Maybe you're right.
Oh, this is what he can't. He's gonna get a second chance, right? I need them to get a second chance. Oh, my heart hurts. Oh, I'm with Isabel. I'm about to
Even as
sing
the Dean of Surgery's
grand
office,
larceny.
say once again how historically awful I am at stealing.
You are historically good at worrying.
He's really bad at stealing.
Historically bad.
Kissing time.
Don't tease me like that.
So she's gonna
Are you
see
getting
them and
yourself
cover
up
for
ears or
them.
what?
Yep, that's always the thing you go for. It's gonna ruin his future romantic chances. But she's annoying because of her views on healthcare. Oh, it's been months at least.
Oh, I don't know the steps.
Are they gonna be
pretty fast. You'll get it.
descendants of,
Besides,
I don't know, Maria or someone in
Grace all
town?
the time.
I'm just missing my dance partner. He's about your height. Curly hair, though. He
Oh,
has my whole heart.
oh.
I think you'll like him.
So they
He's
wanted to try and
very
save
smart.
them and bring them out. Oh, he is. He's so smart and brave. Oh.
Sign
It
the
was,
office.
his mum had such
There'll
happy
be records.
times here,
Hey,
sweetheart.
you smell that? It's what you smell like under all the grease and bourbon. It's what your workshop smells like. Something alien happened here.
His mum.
Enough that I can still smell it 70 years later.
Some type of code?
It's a height chart, Michael. Didn't anybody ever do this with you?
Oh no, no one did.
Nor is my mother.
Can I give him a
She was
hug,
here at the same time
please?
as Louise, though.
This is the best evidence I've seen that Max and Isabel's mother survived the initial firefight. This is...
Seems like a big old interstellar love fest around here.
Oh.
If they didn't bring you here, they were probably still afraid of something. Alien guy.
Nazi guy?
Totally lost guy.
Ah, he's always in the library looking. I think aliens lived on this farm in 47. We were wrong.
Oh, they're actually
See, the
right.
foreman, they were Nazi spies.
Yes. 100%. You have solved it. Oh, Kyle. I hate how much time she spends alone. Who?
Rude?
You could have announced yourself. You know, just here alone.
God, of course you're afraid of me. I murdered you.
No, look, I know that it wasn't actually you.
I want to help reunite your family, okay? I think that I can
I
use my
can't
powers
cope
to
with
convince
this.
Arturo that
He already believes in miracles.
but he doesn't believe that he deserves one.
Oh.
He thinks he failed you. 10 years in, he goes to church every Sunday to beg for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And he hasn't found it yet.
But he will when he sees Rosa and gets a second
Lean on me.
chance. Please, please let this work, please.
She was working on this.
You can't trust a word out of his
project
mouth.
that had the potential.
People wanted to use it to create a bioweapon.
Well, yeah, she
By
created this
people, you
pathogen
mean
that could
him?
seek out and dismantle specific genetics.
Yes. Maines wanted to
about a
use it to get
smart
rid of
bomb that could be
aliens.
detonated
Hello,
in the middle of
people.
a crowded city.
We know he has work on this.
Only
It was
harm its
in
intended target.
Caulfield.
Or commit genocide. If her work fell into the wrong hands, it could quietly wipe. Why do you know so much about this?
Because he wants it for alien
What's your interest in
extermination.
my sister?
My fight is over.
Oh, sure it is. I trust you.
Music is a big one. I mean, the day that my dad saved up to
Oh,
buy
I
the
love
jukebox
Rosa
was
so
the best
much.
day of my life.
With your dad.
Yeah.
He was your constant.
I mean, every way that I save myself is something that he gave me.
I'm learning new tricks. Begging Bobby 50.
Oh, he got to hear Rosa.
Oh, no, your money's...
That now, or I break in later and reverse rob you.
This kid, it's...
I need this to work. I'm so
you pushed it
invested.
your way, does it? I wanted to see how it ends.
Why don't you jump off a cliff and the rest of us can see how it ends without you? Don't come here then.
Sophie,
Oh,
I
Kyle.
didn't realize you still felt that way.
I don't know how I feel.
It is time
I
you
keep
moved on, my
risking my
love.
job, giving every minute of my free time to save him.
That's because you're a good
I keep
person,
putting you
sweetheart.
first. Be like a brother. Speech.
No,
It's
I did
true.
not say like a brother.
Yeah,
I said
like-
family.
Exactly.
There's
She's
a
not in
difference.
love with you, but she loves you.
Or volunteer at a homeless shelter. This is no different. I'm gonna help you save Max, Liz.
But Liz has been, this is her life's work, is doing this kind of work.
But after that, I'm gonna need a little space. Okay?
That's okay. You can keep going with your research, and he can come back
Because
if
the
he feels
truth is,
capable.
I like being whatever you want me to be whenever you want me to be it. I
Kyle.
always have.
Sweetie, you do
But as
need
long
to
as I'm your
try and
rock,
grow and
you're
move
standing
on for
still.
yourself. Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
Should we save Max and then you can devote all your time to yourself?
Microfiche reader. It's not like we're grabbing beers together. Beer?
Is he an alien? He mind read them.
They were scattered all over the property. Legend has it the Nazis were building some kind of bomb in the barn.
Her pumpkin shooter.
And one night
Was
the
it
Air
like
Force showed up.
a message
Light
or
a fire.
something? Oh gosh.
I knew I'd never get you to leave work long enough to have dinner with me, so I brought birthday dinner to you.
Acetone poisoning.
Most moms ask their sons when they're getting grandkids. Acetone to poison someone. Did you know that?
Oh,
Trust me.
at this point, you
I
might as well tell her about
understand
aliens.
Looking for explanations.
She gets
of
much
things just
further.
seem too outrageous to be true.
Please listen to your son.
It was an act of God.
Maybe Isabel should start getting into her mind to convince her that it was an act of God. But she's just going to think he's too naive and keep investigating. Isabel's going to brainwipe her. Or alter her.
Happy. You deserve good things, Mom.
Kyle's such a good man.
Drowning your sorrows?
No. It's a happy beer.
No.
Weren't building a weapon. It's a
Ship?
schematic for a ship, a life raft with enough room for 3 pods to get us the hell out of here.
Oh.
They had a plan for me. There are
Yeah.
measurements here I've been trying to figure out for 2 decades. Can't believe Wyatt Long has been hiding it all along.
He doesn't want you to leave. But your mum was trying to save you and she wasn't keeping you away because she
Search for
didn't want
hits
you.
on a
And...
long farm. Diligence is what Maine men do.
Maine men.
Whoever transcribed the report heard Maine men, but I know that phrase all too well.
It was his family.
You're saying Tripp was a Maine's man.
Yeah.
What?
Oh. Sweetheart.
Okay, come on.
You won't let anything happen to you. You're my world, Louise.
I am so sorry. I love you.
The only thing worse than a liar is a traitor. You have to understand.
Oh, this is awful. We knew it
just
was going to
people
end
say-
this way.
They're the enemy.
Remember what he wrote? I apologize for my failure to eliminate the enemy. It won't happen again.
He and his army murdered everyone on the farm.
The little boy dies, not the grandfather. Alex, you were not.
Must have been a hell of an explosion.
Oh. It wasn't her
They
fault.
just
and
wanted to take us home.
I'm so sorry, Gary.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't
Keep telling
you.
myself that.
You're nothing like
Doesn't
them.
help.
Oh, he's finally going to give him that. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
I've had it for months.
Didn't want you to
left it for me.
leave.
I was afraid that if I gave it to you, that you would use it to leave.
Oh, he's being honest. I need this,
I
they
didn't want
need
you to
this.
go.
They have to be honest and vulnerable. Oh my god, they kill me. It's alright, you gave it to him, but that's the
I can't
important
let our
thing.
history repeat itself.
No.
I will not be another Maine's.
You're not
standing in
another
your way.
man standing in his way. You're not. You're so much better than them. They needed this to try. They need to work through this, but I am not okay.
Oh,
Has she done the groundwork? I didn't expect this so soon. I need to see what happened.
It's a miracle. I don't deserve this.
You do.
You deserve it.
You
I
really
may have never
do.
believed that. So believe
If they
this.
were real, you deserve them.
Believe that Rosa deserves a miracle. She deserves a second chance. She deserves 1,000,000 second chances. You're her miracle, Arturo.
He deserves this so much. He's such a caring father.
You never failed her.
I haven't heard that song in so long.
Perhaps when God grants you a miracle, you don't question it. Gracias a Dios. Gracias. A todos los días. Ven aquí.
Oh god, this is too much. Oh god. This is everything. This is too much to cope with.
The idea of God always freaked me out. Like, apparently he made people in his... First of all, get over yourself. We're walking contradictions.
Oh goodness.
A never-ending, mercurial...
Don't get out of the car, please. Drive around. What? It's just something that... This is what happened to Mimi, isn't it? Or something similar. Oh god, this is everything. This is everything.
Back, okay?
This is literally everything I needed. I just need Max back, but like, Arturo and Rose are getting to be together and Liz getting to have a whole family.
I just need this one. I won't ever ask for anything.
A waiting room bargain.
Ever again.
No, nothing go wrong. No. No. I mean, Max? He opened his eyes. How did they manage to turn the pod off? Because the pod was on before the track. Oh, God. Hi, Roswell. Could you stop ending and just give me the whole season so I can binge it, please? Okay, so I needed a good cry. Thank you, Roswell. And I'll start with the ending just because it literally happened at the end, and that is not good. I mean, I was thinking, oh, the machine's going to break, but I was sort of about to say, well, you know, it's okay if the machine breaks because that was just boosting Max. And Max was doing okay before, but now the pod is grey when the pod was all glowy and pretty before. So it has something gone wrong with the pod, because if something has gone wrong with the pod, Michael is going to blame himself, I imagine. I mean, hopefully not, because he put the contraption in there or something. I hope he doesn't, because it's not his fault if anything has happened, because they were just trying to save him, but they need to hurry the hell up. And, you know, given the speed at which season 1 went in terms of twists and turns and plot moving and getting developments, I kind of hope that Max is going to be back by maybe the midway point. I mean, okay, so we're on like episode 4, but like episode 5 or maybe episode 6, 7-ish could be when we get Max back, and then we can deal with kind of the repercussions of bringing him back and what that is like. We can deal with, you know, him recovering. If there was more than just the pain being the reason he didn't want to come back, we can deal with that. We can deal with the sheriff's investigation, etc. Because I don't think she's going to stop investigating, or if she does, she'll come across some other alien evidence and carry on. Also, I will talk quickly about the backstory. We kind of knew bits and pieces of it. We knew just from the last episode that she obviously managed to survive for a year, and you know, we kind of think at least they had that one happy year. But so we meant to assume that they decided they shot Max and Isabel's mum, Louise, the name she took. I don't know whether they have similar names to us, whether that was the kind of name closest to the name that they had. Like, they told him, oh, my name is Louise. And they were like, oh, Louise, we have a name like that. I don't know what alien language I was trying to speak. But, you know, maybe it's something like that. But did they killed her and they just took one of the aliens in? Because surely they take both of the aliens in. I mean, no matter what, if they ended up in Caulfield, they're dead. But did she manage to run away and escape or something? We didn't get a guarantee that she's dead, but I guess she is dead. And he burnt that barn down despite the fact that she said the boy. Obviously, anyone that knows about this, they want to kill, and that is horrible. I mean, I was assuming it was going to be the current Long's grandfather, but I guess no, they truly believe it was Nazi spies. I suppose they were both blonde, but I mean, that they blamed for that, which might help explain some of the hateful rhetoric in the Wyatt Long's family. Although Forrest Long is a strange name, because his name's Forrest, isn't he? Mr. Blue Hair, who is going to be Alex's love interest, even though they barely spoke. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. We were meeting him this episode and it was him. I mean, so far, you know, he's big on the Nazi conspiracy theory, but at least he seems anti-Nazi, so we're good with that. We can maybe work with him. And if he's completely convinced there's no such thing as aliens. Now, is that because he is part alien himself? And so he's trying to really, like, you know, push this other conspiracy theory because that way people won't look at the alien conspiracy theory? I still think maybe. Especially maybe if, I don't know, Louise had a baby. I don't know. If she escaped and then came along. I mean, they didn't get a super good look at her face, so maybe she could escape more easily than Michael's mum. But the Maines family has a terrible history. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why, as much as, you know, I in no way am suggesting that Jesse Mayne's abusing Alex was good, but in some ways the fact that he was able to have such suffering at the hands of his father has been the biggest thing to stop him desperately wanting to be in the image of his father. I mean, like, I'm in no way saying that that was a good thing, but it almost, this awful thing that happened had this one tiny silver lining that maybe, I mean, I think Alex is a truly good person. I don't think he would ever have been as dark as the other Mayne's men seem to be, but yeah, I'm so proud of Alex for being who he is, for not succumbing to his father's pressure and not thinking, oh, I'm going to hide everything about who makes me me, and I'm going to be another Mainz man in his image, and I'm going to do everything he wants, which seems to be what his other brothers have said, and I think we get to meet another one of them this season. But I don't know, it's a lot, and I'm feeling a lot of emotions, but that's so horrific, and I love that Michael's instinctiveness, the minute he saw how upset Alex was, just to be like, that's not you, I don't blame you, you know, whereas you could have, from the moment Alex ever told Michael about his family, Michael's response could have been, oh yeah, that's another reason why we can't be together, you know, I can't be with the family that's caused my family such suffering, whereas he's 100%, no Alex, you are separate, you are better than them, you were different than them, you were not a Mainz man, you were, or if you are a Mainz man, you're a new brand of it and you're a better version of it. And I don't know, I find that a lot, and I really enjoyed their scenes this episode. I'm loving getting to watch them just be together, but just be sort of friends and just be there for each other, and they're so honest with each other as well, you know, like when obviously weeks pass in between episodes, but when they meet up they are honest about it, they're open about it, they talk, they bond. And Alex, you know, looking at the history and realising that yeah, he wasn't keeping that piece of the ship or whatever it was from Michael out of spite or to be horrible, he was doing it because he was so afraid Michael would use it to leave, but he was hiding it from him, and so he thought, I don't want to be another Mainz man, and I'm really proud of him for that, because he owned up to, he not only did he give it to him, he owned up to the fact that he'd had it for a month, and he owned, or months, and he owned up to the fact that he was scared he'd leave. So Michael kind of had the whole information, and you know, he wasn't trying to be like, and I did nothing wrong by keeping it, he just gave it to him. And I think, you know, I really just, this Malix build-up is actually gonna be the foundation of such a beautiful relationship in the future. I still think, you know, Maria needs to come back and deal with everyone. I still think she and Alex need to not only have an alien conversation, but their main conversation they need to have is a Michael conversation. You know, I'm not trying to say like, oh, like Maria, I think Maria just needs to acknowledge that Alex has feelings for Michael and that she was aware of them when she started her relationship with Michael. I'm no way kind of wanting to say she can't have a relationship with Michael, of course she can, but I still think that as friends you need to at least be like, look, I'm really sorry if this hurts you. But yeah, I am guessing, you know, like this is the kind of show where the sort of sub-characters, Maria, Alex, Kyle, not Michael, have over the course of the season 1 kind of not been in every episode. They're kind of, so Kyle wasn't in last week's, Maria wasn't in this one. I don't want Alex to not be in any of them because he's my second favourite character, equal to Liz, but you know, it might be an episode where he's not in, I suppose, in the future. But Maria will be back. I think they have said she is going to talk to Alex, but I hope that, you know, it is a good, I mean, they are best friends, so it will be a good, and they're both wonderful, good people, so I don't think it's going to be a bad conversation, but, you know, I hope it's not too much to watch, too painful to watch, I'll turn it off now. But yeah, Malix's episode was everything, and, you know, so far I'm giving Forrest the benefit of the doubt. If he makes Alex happy in the short term, I'll be cool with it. But he is along, which is a red flag, but I suppose he's along with blue hair, so maybe that means that, you know, he is different to the other longs. But I'm very much intrigued about where they're going to go with this and how he and Alex are going to get closer, because if he is Alex's love interest, I mean, there's no real reason for them to meet up ever again, is there? Unless he comes to find them with more information he's got or something, or he figures out they know about aliens, who knows. But also just for Michael, I mean, at the beginning of the episode, you know, they found this barn and this evidence that they had spent time there, a lot of time there. And, you know, there he was thinking, well, she didn't want me then, did she? Because I was just in that cave, you know, so they could have come and got me, woke me up. I could have been here with my mum. She didn't want me. And, you know, it's one thing for Alex to say, you know, the truth of, well, obviously they were hiding here, you know, if she didn't bring you here, it was because they didn't think it was safe. But the part of Michael that never had a family, never had a, I mean, he had Max and Isabel, but he never had a home, never had parents, never had a family, a stable environment, never had anyone stay with him and want him and choose him in that way, which kills me. That's the part of him that was thinking, but they made height charts with this little kid and I was just in a cave and she could have come and got me and she didn't. Whereas then at the end, seeing that they had built a ship to take them away, it becomes so apparent that she did want him, but she wanted to take him somewhere safe where they weren't going to get shot at, maybe even their original destination, because I assume the crash landing means something went wrong and Earth wasn't the original destination. But that means the world that he knows how much she did, what she was fighting for him the whole time, and he just gets confirmation that his mum wanted him and that he was loved, and that the whole time she was in Caulfield she would have been feeling love. And with the way the aliens can sense each other, I wonder if she was somehow aware when they woke up, and somehow aware as he lived his life. And I don't know, just knowing that she loved him, I'm still not okay with the fact that last season when he met her and then she died, literally I'm not okay with that. Like, I cannot watch that scene without crying. And given that I'm starting work on various fan videos of Roswell, New Mexico, of Malex, and that scene gets into them, it's a mess. But that was intense for them. And you know, I'm just, like I said, I'm loving the Malex build. I'm loving Michael getting to touch base with his family, and he's always been the one of the three of them who needed that connection, because he didn't have the same sort of familial connection in the present. Even in the sense that Max and Isabel had each other, they were like twins, whereas Michael was kind of like the sort of sibling, you know, like they loved each other as family, but you know, he wasn't raised with them and he didn't have the same, you know, he wasn't literally twins. I don't still know how they knew that they are definitely twins and that he's definitely not related to them. I guess they did DNA test with them. Why didn't the DNA test tell them that they were aliens? I don't know. I'm not getting into all of it right now. But I love that he's got information about their mother that he can one day share with them. I mean, it's not the nicest, but she lived for a year. She was happy. She survived the night of the crash. They got them to safety. They were fighting to save their children. They were fighting to build that ship. And it's just a lot. And I still want to get proper confirmation, I guess. But what happened to their mother after in that night? Because I assume they shot her, but then why wouldn't they have taken both of the alien women in? Because that's 2 more subjects in Caulfield to be horrific to. In a lot of ways, if she did die, that would probably have been a better, given that there wasn't an ultimate, you know, it's not like Michael was able to save his mum and she's now getting to live her last years with him, you know, she just died. I mean, she got to see him, which is everything after all the suffering. I'm okay. I'm just going to stop that thought there because I don't want to think about it too much. And I'm scared that we're going to get flashbacks of some kind of Caulfield. I hope we don't. I hope that's it. Michael's kind of followed her story up to the point he knew, because it's gonna be too intense and too awful and too horrible, and I don't even want to think about it. And you know, it's just destroying Alex to know that it was his family that was so involved, and that Trip, he might have been Max once upon a time, but no. So that was intense. I love Isabel. I mean, she's always been, like I said before, I think all of the main characters of this show I love dearly. Like, they are favourite characters, equal rank with other shows' favourite characters. But Isabel was one of my lesser favourite of my favourites, if that makes sense. And even so, this episode, she shone. I loved her so much. And you know, like, she's one of my favourite characters in the world, I suppose. But like, within this show I have Michael, then Liz, and Alex, and then everyone else. And Isabel's kind of near the bottom of everyone else, but I don't know. It's a mess. I love them all dearly. I love Isabel dearly. And this season especially, I think, season 1, she was probably part of the reason for that is that she was the one it took me the longest to warm up to. I think she was the one that they, because of the way she is, because of kind of the exterior she presents to the world, the kind of, I don't know, her sort of mean girl high school remnants, I don't know. Like, I think I love her. I connected to her by the end of the season, and I loved her, but not in the same way or as quickly, but I do love her a lot. And, you know, just seeing that she had this idea that she could give Arturo Rosa back, that she could give Rosa her father back and more of her life back. And I really, really enjoyed that. I feel like she thinks that she maybe owes it to them, that because it wasn't her, but, you know, she feels some kind of guilt over what happened with Rosa, but that she's able to fix that and also repay Liz for trying to save her family by giving her her family. Like, it's all a lot. And I actually thought that moment when Isabel came in to see Rosa, and Rosa was like, once she saw who it wasn't kind of like, oh good, it's someone that knows about me. It was, oh my god, it's you. And then her being like, oh, I killed you, and I know you didn't. Like, they needed that moment, and I'm really glad they had it. And I love just how much care and love Isabel put into trying to put Arturo back with his daughter. She found out what was wrong, and that was just, addiction is an impossible thing to deal with. And, you know, if Rosa hadn't been the obsessive target of a stalkerish alien, I do believe that Arturo's love and also her biological father's care might have helped. I mean, Rosa was he would have been able to save her, that he didn't fail her. and you know, addiction is a disease and it's awful, but he didn't fail, just like Rosa didn't fail. It was a disease, and now he's got her back, and that's going to help her so much as well. And she doesn't have to spend all her days, you know, sitting alone in Max's house phoning Maria. I still don't think they can tell the whole town she's back, so they'll have to hide her still. And that's why I don't know whether Rosa's long-term future is in Roswell, just because you can't hide her all the time. But at the moment I'm just going to do it, and even if she has to leave and move away, she can still visit, and they can visit her. And Arturo and Liz, like, modern technology, you can Skype each other, you can Zoom each other, which is apparently what everyone's doing these days. I am not with the times. I watch TV shows, that's my life. But Isabel did that with such love, and like, she was also helping him with his business, but she was just charging full ahead, going for it, trying to repay the family for what she indirectly took from them, for what Liz is trying to do for her. But also it just really solidifies that this is one big family, that they are all of the main characters are becoming this tight-knit team who do love each other, and although there are boundaries and things that clash, it is everything. And just so for Rosa, that moment when he got to see, and like seeing her memories of him as how like he was her rock, he was everything to her, you know, even though for him he feels like he failed her and all he can focus on are the bad memories. For her, her dad was everything that was good, you know. Obviously Liz was everything that was good, but her dad gave her everything that was good, and that was a lot. And when Isabel was able to show him that, and then when he was able to see her, I genuinely might cry just thinking about that, because I've wanted that since the beginning. I've really wanted Arturo to get to see his daughter again and get to hold her, and for her to have her dad back, but I didn't know if it was ever going to happen, and I definitely didn't think it was going to happen in episode 4 of the season. I should have remembered that Roswell, New Mexico doesn't hold back when it's pacing. It's like, have this, have this, have this, and it destroys you. But that was literally, I've needed that. And you know, the first thing I do when I hit stop recording before I edit or anything is rewatch that moment, because it was too much for my soul. But it was everything my soul needed. Like, oh god, I mean, the world sucks, but that was beautiful. And Liz kind of getting to say to, you know, like, give Isabel that look of just, thank you, like, this is what you've done for me, thank you. And I think she's going to be even more determined than she was before to save Max. And it was too much, and I am so thankful to everyone in this show for that moment, because I'm okay. Other things to talk about for Kyle. I think it was important that Kyle kind of had his moment, his realisation, partly through the help of annoying anti-universal healthcare woman, that he is more than his love for Liz, and that he can move through that love for Liz. And I think that's something he needs to do. We kind of saw that last season, that as much as they were kind of friends who can sleep together and it not mean anything, because ooh, adulthood's great, like, he was still very much hung up over Liz. And you know, as much as he kind of used the excuse of, oh yeah, Evans and I are rivals, to try and get out of, like, why were you having a weird confrontation with him, etc. Why were you stealing file information? I still think that, you know, he hadn't fully got over Liz. I guess in the meantime, of the 10 years, you know, he had been dating other people. I mean, Liz is amazing, do not get me wrong, I love Liz. Like I said, second favourite character, equal with Alex. But, like, you know, these people in Roswell, they cling on to their loves over 10 years a lot. But at the same time, Kyle, you know, he is willing to put everything on the line for Liz. And I still think that when he gets to a place where he feels like, romantically speaking, he's okay with that. I think he kind of is already there, but he's not, if you know what I mean. He hasn't processed it fully. If he can kind of be at a place where he's like, yeah, I love her, I'm not in love with her, I still think, because of the dynamic of this group and what good people they are, he would still be there for her, he would still be helping her. I don't know that he'd help her with some off-books illicit study, but you know, when it comes to life and death situations, they will all fight for each other, and they will all be there for each other. And I don't think that's going to change even once he has this moment, but I think he does genuinely need to work through this. And I'm personally quite glad if this has put annoying anti-universal healthcare woman off him, because she's annoying and anti-universal healthcare, and that is all I can think about right now. Why did they introduce her like that? Because I was like, oh, this is gonna be Carl's love interest, and then she was like, ha, people don't, you know, you gotta earn your money. Oh yeah, I have healthcare because of my dad. Like, I'm okay, I'm not gonna get into a rant on my opinions on universal healthcare, although if you're in this current crisis and you still don't believe in universal healthcare, you need to just walk off a cliff with Jesse Maines, off the cliff. But Kyle, I was proud of him, and that was a big moment. And also just, he is such a good man, and you know, he was trying to just be there for his mum and give her everything because he loves her and she deserves it, and also trying to help her feel good about herself in dropping the Noah case, because that needs to happen. And at this point, I'm sorry, but Isabel needs to get in there and be like, Noah's death was an accident. okay, and then everyone could be happy, because it's not like there is a bad murderer. It's not even, I mean, Noah was a murderer, but he was an alien murderer. So unless they're going to tell Sheriff Valenti about aliens or confirm her knowledge or whatever, they just need to mind wipe her if she's going to keep up with this. So yeah, I'm sorry if I've missed anything, because the combination of the Malex moment and then my like, wait, no, is she actually going to give Rosa back to Arturo and Arturo back to Rosa? And then she did. I'm okay. That was everything. It was beautiful. It was exactly, you know, I feel like with the way the world was in, I needed a good cry, and I got to have a cry over something so pure and happy and good. And you know, if miracles were true, if God was real, Arturo, Rosa, that would happen. That would be something that would be so deserved. And I think it's actually beautiful that, as much as I'm not religious, that he has faith so strong that with just a little bit of kind of, you deserve this from Isabel, he could believe that that was a real miracle. And I mean, I suppose when you see her alive, you're not going to be like, aliens, you're going to be like, oh, my pre-existing idea of miracles. But just that was everything, and I'm still not okay with it. I mean, I'm still so okay with it, and I'm still not okay with the emotions it's making me feel. And I just cannot believe that that happened, and it's everything. And I just want a whole episode of just the Orteco family being together. Okay? Yes, next episode. But that was brilliant. I finished recording about 10 minutes ago, and I was just sort of doing my usual, like, you know, checking the recording worked out okay, going on Twitter for the first time today, and it suddenly occurred to me that I did not talk about in my review Jenna Cameron and what happened at the end, and her sister. I'm still waiting to find out more about her sister. We know that in Caulfield we saw that they had plans for a biobomb thing, which would only to target aliens, and I guess he was using Charlie's research. And you know, what was Charlie's research? Are this private security company? Are they aliens? Are they secretly Maines? Are they the people that took Cam at the end? Or I assume she's been taken, the same people that took Mimi DeLuca? Or is Cam just being abducted by aliens? Because I realised that I did not mention Cam in my review because, okay, look, Rosa and Arturo destroyed my brain with how pure and perfect it was. So, and then Liz, it's a lot. I'm not going to get into that again right now because I just went downstairs and was like, guess what happened to Roswell? And just sobbed my heart out. So yes, yes, I'm very worried about Cam, but I have full faith we'll see her again, obviously, and I hope she's okay, and I just didn't talk about that. I loved that episode. There are no words for this show. It gets better every episode, and I love it more and more and more, even though I'm like, I couldn't love this show anymore, and I'm like, okay, I do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.